Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, you're amazing, and thank you for showing up. We have got one today that we have got to show you. We are consistently shining a light on the cockroaches of the gun control world because they consistently lie to you, right to your face, and they omit very important things. And this is just such an instance. Get your flashlights ready. Get your shoes on for stepping. We are going to walk through it and make sure you guys are ready for this sarcasm, humor, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Tim, with that said, your favorite K through 12 day. I stepped in your little playground. I kind of found this. This isn't a you thing. I get credit for this one.
Okay. Yeah. Davey, I was asleep at the
right.
wheel the last 4 or 5 days because I was traveling. So
you were.
But I did jump in there and saw this morning that he's pushing his new podcast talking about data-driven discussion on violence at schools. And then let's have a conversation in this episode about his data-driven discussion, shall we?
I mean, it's funny you mentioned data-driven.
See, I don't even know what this is
odd.
yet, right? I haven't seen this yet.
But you knew.
Yeah.
But you knew, though.
I know, Davey.
See, so this has a little hidden Easter egg. The Easter egg on this one is we didn't even have to disprove it. One of our viewers responded to a tweet that I tweeted you, and he's like, I got this one, guys.
I got you.
He sent us the actual article. All right, so check this out. I'm going to show you what Davey from K through 12 Gun Control Database said, and then I'm going to show you what our viewer found. This is gold. All right, so from the K through 12 school shooting database, the place who has never lied except every time, police responded to West Burlington Elementary School in Iowa for the report of a teen outside with a gun. Officer arrested a teen with his gun partially concealed in his pants. All right, so before I get to the article and, to be quite honest, the payoff with our super sleuth, Tim, do you notice anything about this gun just off the rip? Because I know you haven't looked at it a lot. Can you see it in enough detail?
It looks like the rear sight's on backwards. But it also, one thing I've always noticed.
That's what you picked up?
Well, I think so. It's hard to tell. And there's some sort of gold charging handle. It looks like somebody took a, Dremel tool to the sides of it.
Oh my goodness. Well, wait a minute, Tim. What would that mean?
It means they're trying to obscure markings. But here's the other thing
which would be,
I find interesting. So I just want to talk about something really quick because this just confirms something I've noticed time and time again. So the gangbangers and the criminals using these AR pistols, they will never, ever, ever put an SBR stock on them, right? And they never even put a brace on them because it makes it too big for them to conceal in their pants, where this person apparently had this one concealed. And so all this oh my gosh, we got to get rid of the braces and SBRs are so evil. And they're taking the stocks and braces off anyway, just to make them smaller to conceal them. I mean, just watch any of the videos where you have the rappers shooting videos and they're waving AR pistols around. None of them have braces or stocks on them.
That's weird.
Anyway.
That's so odd.
I know.
Well, no, that's a good pickup. Well, some things that I noticed here. First of all, this is a 22.
Why do they got 9mm sitting next to it?
Where?
There's a Glock magazine, SGM Glock magazine sitting in there.
No, that is a 22 cartridge.
Is it? I can't tell. It's this big, like the picture on my screen.
You guys can tell us what you think. No, you guys can tell us what you think. I personally think that it's a 22 cartridge, but it could be a 9mm.
I've never seen an SGM 33 round 22 magazine before.
Well, it looks really skinny and thin on the nose, but that's okay.
Anyway.
You know what? We're going to get past that.
Okay.
Here's the other part. Tim, what do they call it when you obscure all identifiable markings on a firearm?
Oh, that's a felony.
What do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
they call those felonies.
Is a felony.
Yeah, they call those felonies. Oh, by the way,
they do call that a felony.
Just to bolster my point, that's probably not a 22. 22s don't require buffer tubes. It'd be even smaller. So anyway, go ahead.
I yield to you. You are absolutely correct. Well played. Mark this Tim victory as solidly Tim, but I am standing firm on the defacing of a firearm.
Okay, let's go with that one.
Let's go on that one.
Yeah.
I'm standing firm on that one. Okay, so I cannot tell properly, clearly. So you've got, let's see, the serial and all the information on the magwell obscured, and then you have the serial information with right near the fire selector obscured. And it looks like it's been melted away. Okay, well, that would definitely be a felony. So let's see. We have a teen with a gun. That's a giveaway. Hold on, Tim. A teen.
Okay.
That's weird.
That's against federal law.
Teens, yeah, that's against federal law, too. Let me dive in and show you a few of the highlighted things here. This is from number 17 because our super sleuth was on it. And I verified this, by the way. This is not made up. So West Burlington in Iowa, the police department said a juvenile male was arrested and charged after he was found in possession of a firearm on school grounds. Well, wait a minute. The incident occurred outside of school days and hours, police said. Well, that's not what Davies said. Hold on a sec. Something's got to be wrong. I must go to the other highlighted areas. By the way, our viewer highlighted these. I didn't. This is like premium sleuthing. The juvenile male, who police said they found with a firearm in his waistband, was charged with possession of a firearm on school grounds, a Class D felony, according to the media. Sunday at approximately 6:15 p.m., he is currently being held in juvenile hall awaiting charges through adult court. Well, hold on. That's not what Davies Post said.
6:15
Davies
p.m.
Post said...
Maybe the debate club was having a debate that evening or something, and this scholar showed up and decided to... I don't know.
But that's so weird because the article goes on to say that no students were present and no one was harmed or even in danger of being harmed. So...
This goes to the joke that I always crack about Davey and his data. It's like if somebody has a gun in the same zip code as a school, it's school shooting. It's a school matter. And this goes. And we've joked about this before, but it's not a joke. He actually said this. Davey's data-driven discussions go something like this. Well, if you take a look at my data and you use a filter this way, you got 2,032 school shootings. But if you apply a different filter, that's more like 8. You know. There's Davies data for you. Hard at work, folks.
Quite the spread, people.
And those are actual numbers from an actual post that Davey made.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did a video.
A whole video on it.
So I find this fascinating, Tim, because if we just showed you the information, again, let's just highlight this again. Juvenile male who would not be able to purchase said pistol in question. 6:15 on a Sunday while no school children were present and no one was actually threatened or in danger. Labeled as a school shooting, and it's got defaced markings on it, which makes it a felony. Oh, and it's also a felony for a juvenile to have this. I mean,
right?
I don't know. For some reason, it's really weird. That didn't make it into Davies Post, didn't it?
I know. Well, they never talk about the criminals, right? It's all about the guns. Hashtag it's the guns. Right.
Hashtag.
They want you to believe, well, see, it's the gun making criminals criminal. The guns themselves are evil entities. And if we just didn't have guns, criminals would suddenly become peaceful, constructive members of society. They'd be doctors and lawyers and nuclear engineers and scientists working for Elon Musk. But the gun somehow wound up in their lives, and their whole lives just went to poop, and now they're criminals. So we fixed this by getting rid of the guns, and there'll be no more crime because that's worked so well in the UK. Then they're going to come for your fingernail clippers and pocket knives. But anyway.
That's right. It can't be trusted. But you know what I think we are overlooking here, Tim? And I think this is an important thing to at least consider as an option. Maybe this young scholar did not deface his own firearm with a heat gun or a Dremel tool. Maybe this is kind of like that scene from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark where the Ark was in the crate with the Nazi symbol and it kind of just like burned it from the inside.
Yeah.
Maybe the innate nature of the gun burned off its own serial numbers and defaced itself.
Well, that, or maybe he's an art student and he's like, this is his Picasso work,
artistic expression.
Yeah. It's kind of like, the goons down in New Mexico that take guns into schools and then turn them into banjos. It's like,
but that was okay. They were clear. The Democrat Attorney General
I thought those were Class D felonies, but no, it's because you don't like guns.
No.
We're going to give you a pass on breaking the federal law.
Yeah,
so anyway,
that's weird.
Yeah. I got to love these.
That's so weird.
Go ahead.
I was just saying it's so weird.
Yeah.
I also love these. And who doesn't love to have a good pistol jammed down their pants like this?
Right? I mean,
so practical.
It is, but it seems to be the popular thing to do, just wear baggy pants that hang down below your butt cheeks and stick one of these in the front. It's like, hey, maybe a belt might come into the equation at some point down the road, but who knows? Right. So, pop culture, fun. Thanks for watching Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.